Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. Gonna go over a couple of stocks on the watch list because Bitcoin did drop today under 100K. The news did come out that the US did indeed bomb Iran, and nobody knows what the consequences of that is going to be. We don't know. I already told my family, hey, for July 4th celebrations, probably best not to be, where there's going to be a concentrated group of people. Probably best to just stay indoors. Why even risk it at this point, especially with that happening and the threats coming from Iran? So, be safe out there. Um, and that's all I'm going to say with regards to that. The market, of course, as always, the market reacts negatively, right? The market sees what happened and they go, oh, let's sell off first and then ask questions later. Once the dust clears, then we see what actually is going to happen afterwards. Are we just going to continue to tank, or are we going to start recovering? More than anything, that's the question. But the fact that Bitcoin did go under 100K, it's going to be very interesting to see how tomorrow moves more than anything. For those of you who are waiting for color stock reverse split tomorrow, you better hope that for some, you better hope that everything that's going on right now doesn't cause color stock to just sell off huge, because that's not what just happened is not bullish. That's why Bitcoin is selling off. Obviously, the market hasn't sold off technically because the market's not open on a Sunday, but Bitcoin is reacting, and it just broke down below 100,000, which is a big level, which we had to hold here, which it's not. So we're about to get Bitcoin mining stocks real cheap. The ETFs are going to get real cheap as well. Bitcoin itself is going to get real cheap. Because now it has to get back above 100K. So either tomorrow we recover and it was a whole nothing, or everything starts coming down and it's going to get ugly. Remember those days when things were dropping like 10% at a time, 15% at a time? We might get some of that. So we'll see what happens. But just based off of Bitcoin's movement, not looking good, because Bitcoin's open 24/7. So Bitcoin might be giving us a look into what's going to happen tomorrow. Which in that case, if you're waiting for color reverse split to send it, to the moon, it's kind of, now you have this to send it downward. Now you have a catalyst, a market-wide catalyst to send it lower, which is that's going to suck for those people because it's a low floater now after the reverse split. So now if it sells off, it's gonna. I mean, what just happened is serious. It's no joke. Like, if you got to reverse the roles. If Iran decided to drop a bomb, or how many bombs? 6. I don't know how many they dropped, but imagine Iran just decides to drop 6 bombs on the U.S. and we didn't see it coming. It just boom. There's just 6 whole bombs, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure Americans aren't just going to be like, oh, they bombed us. Woohoo! No big deal. It's kind of like the lead pipe story I keep telling you. You get hit over the lead pipe, and you're at some point you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of getting hit with this lead pipe. I'm kind of tired of getting bombed. So it's. I'm not gonna discuss politics or anything, but either way, the stock market's reaction will be negative, and unless by some miracle the stock market decides to, hey, let's. I don't. You know what? I just realized is. Yeah, no. I'm really trying to root for you, color people, but this is color is about to tank hard. The market's about to come down because what's happening right now with Iran is going to cause so many ripple effects that Americans think, oh, we're over here. Why would it hurt us? But that's just a lack of, I guess, education. Like, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. But there's gonna be ripple effects, and we're gonna see a lot of stocks drop. So have cash ready on hand to buy the dip on good companies. We're going to see all these stocks drop. NVTS, uranium should drop. Everything's going to be dropping. Everything. I hope Sybil's pump doesn't end because of this. Let's hope not. Because you know how people are. Oh, war. Okay, I'm just going to sell off, and I'll get back in later when things look better, or when we get a clearer picture of what's going to happen or what's going on. So yeah, as of this video at least, because this happened last night at 10 p.m. my time, and I looked at the you know I looked at the news and how everyone was reacting, and yeah. So let's see what happens after the dust settles. But be very careful out there. Play it safe, not just in the markets, but in real life, because you never know what you never know what's going to happen out there with those crazies. Because I think they did threaten us, and I know a bunch of governors were saying, "Hey, we're on high alert. Keep an eye out for anything suspicious." So clearly, uh, just be safe out there, guys. Well, if you're not from America, because some of you aren't from America, some of you are from like Germany or other countries, Australia. So if you're from other countries outside of the U.S. and you're watching this video, you're probably like, yeah, I'm not. Some of you are from China, which is scary because I'm like, oh, the enemy is watching my videos. No, I'm kidding for now. Dun. Okay, jokes aside, I really just want you to be safe with everything that's going on. Have cash on hand and be ready to buy the dip. Let's go through the watch list. I really don't want to get into politics because just no, because some people might get angry with the things I might say, or maybe not. Uh, GameStop, oh boy, we're gonna see GameStop come down to 20. To one. Oops, what the hell? Oh, okay, there we go. So yeah, this should come down to the bottom right here. This is like 19 to 20 is where buyers love this stock. It's rare that it comes down here, but when it does, it's a buy the dip opportunity. So if you're a GME fan, and if you're a fan of stocks that go sideways and always bottom out somewhere, very obvious, GME 19 to 21. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's continue here. I don't care for Domino's Pizza, ASTS. So that one's already running away. So I'm not going to tell people to chase that. Don't care for that one. SoFi, don't care for it, quite frankly. TSM, I'd just rather buy Nvidia. Okay, quantum computing stocks. I will say this about quantum computing stocks is quantum computing stocks are going to come down nice and cheap. We know they have these cycles of getting these huge pumps, and then the hype dies off. We come down nice and cheap back to this purple line here, and in that case, let's see how low it gets. The quantum stocks, IonQ, Rigetti, QUBT, QBTS, the quantum ETF, QTUM, all of these are going to get cheap. So look to buy the dip on those. We should see IonQ at 30s. We should see quantum like under 12. Remember when everything was real expensive? Well, then it got real cheap, right? And then it got real expensive again. And here we go. The cycles repeat. And I made a video yesterday telling you guys, man, it looks like the market wants to drop. It looks like the market wants to create a double top and we're going to tank. It looks like the market wants to just kind of go sideways over the long term, which is one of my fears. Like I don't want to, I don't want the next 4 years to just be sideways market, because that sucks. Bull markets are fun because things just keep going up. It's hard to lose because it's just like everyone's a genius in a bull market. Everything just keeps going up. It's hard to lose. There's more green candles than red ones because that's how you get that kind of price action where you just keep going higher and higher. So when there's more green candles than red candles, you can literally buy the dip on a red candle and then it goes up the next day. Or you can just throw money at it and it's just easy. Bull runs are easy mode. Sideways markets, you got to have strategy. Because obviously if you're buying the top of the sideways market, if you're buying up here at 18 or you're buying Rigetti at 14, or you're just going to get destroyed when it comes down to 6 or 5 or whatever, however low things are going to go. I mean, Palantir at one point was $40, dropped down to 5, now it's at 140. So that's just how it is. These cycles repeat. So there's just going to be so much opportunity. So IonQ, pretty much the same thing, right? Just wait for it to get real cheap. Let's continue. LAES, I think that's another quantum stock. I'm not too sure, but again, same story. They all follow one another. When the quantum hype comes around, they all pump. So, and when they all dump together. Surprise, surprise. So, quantum is here to stay. The cycles are here to repeat. Take advantage when they get real cheap. So look for Getty under 10. Look for IonQ under around 30 and under. And those are the ones. Those are my favorite. I don't really care about the other ones. But yeah, those two, keep an eye on. APLD, I love this one under 10. This is why I tell people not to chase, because the people who chase end up holding a bag. This looks like it's ready to come down under 10, so wait for it under 10. If you want to play it safe, wait for the purple line, which is around like $8. So up to you where you want to start buying. But APLD under 10 is my personal target. Tesla, don't care for it, quite frankly. Silver, don't care for silver. Microsoft, oh yeah, that one's gonna tank tomorrow as well. Yeah. I was telling you guys in yesterday's video, like, we're just going sideways. Like, we're literally going nowhere. The only stocks moving are the ones with catalysts behind them, like Coinbase or, Sybil, like stocks that have a news piece behind it that's causing it to move. But outside of that, like even BBAI here, obviously no catalyst, no news. So it's just following the market and going sideways. It's going nowhere. Like we went sideways for a whole month and a half. Well, guess what? Here's the big move, my friends. Here's the big move we were waiting for. A month and a half. That was my biggest concern too. That we were gonna go sideways for like 2 months and then we were just gonna drop. So that's basically 2 months of no opportunity to make money, because we want things to get cheap at least. If you're gonna drop, just drop right away so I can get my cheapies. I don't want to buy when it's going sideways at a high. That's silly. We want to buy cheap. Sybil stock. I'm wondering if Sybil stocks. I'm wondering if everything that's happened right now is going to cause Sybil stocks momentum to fizzle, because that could happen. Because there's going to be people who otherwise may have continued to hold, are just going to sell because they're like, oh yeah, screw this. With everything that's going on, I'm just going to sell first and ask questions later. So hopefully Sybil doesn't fizzle out. I know some people are going to say, well, Sybil's in the Department of Defense. Shouldn't it pump huge? Because war? We'll see. But, look, I'm just hoping the momentum just doesn't just die off because of that, because of what's happened. Because that would be horrible. Hey, guys, we're going to 2 cents. Nope. Nope. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Rich Tech Robotics, by the way, probably just wait for 150 and under at this point, because everything should be coming down real cheap. That's so just wait. But if you're buying under $2, you're doing fine. You're buying when it's cheap. Hims, I don't even trust Hims. We'll see what happens with that one. I would expect that one to come down nice and cheap. If you zoom out on the chart, every time it comes under the purple line, it's a buy, right? It's a buy, buy, and then it always goes back above the purple line and goes to new highs. So, or previous highs in this case, and then gets rejected and pushed down. So, opportunity with Hims if you're a fan of Hims. Let's continue here. Apple. SMCI, don't care for it. CoreWeave, that one just keeps skyrocketing, but again, I'm never going to tell people to chase. AIMD, this one's going to be a buy. This one's got the best sideways action ever. So this one, as you can see, comes down real cheap to like 0.40s, and then it goes back to like 0.60s, 0.80s. So it's in a trading range where you can flip it for like 50 to 100%. But you got to wait for it to come down under 0.50. And then start buying, and probably have a stop loss at 0.39. We should see this one come down, and I'm going to buy instead of stop loss at 0.39. Because if it holds down there, then we just hold it, and either we take a small percentage loss or we make a big gain on the move way back up to the top of the range. So this one's very easy bread and butter play, if I would call it. You buy the bottom, sell the top. It's that easy. But you have that stop loss at 0.39 in case it doesn't work out and it actually breaks down below the range for the first time. Let's see what else. Hollow, no. Sing, no. Eller, no. Let's see. Tem, nah, I don't care for it. DTSS hasn't been doing much of anything. The bottom is down here at like 1.6, so it's probably going to come down even lower. But I'm not concerned about it unless it breaks down below its support. Then at that point, I will take the loss and move on. Let's see. It's very hot out. It's like 100 degrees where I am. I'm not used to this kind of weather. I'm used to like 80 degrees, but 100 degrees? I'm melting like a snowman. I'm basically a snowman when it gets this hot. Which is weird to say. Like, I just start melting. I start overheating. Which is weird, because I start feeling dizzy and like sick. So I kind of have to be careful. Okay, when it's that hot. UEC, uranium. Ooh, I bought uranium and I loaded heavy. This should come down too, under the purple line. So I'll be looking to accumulate more. Why not? Again, everything's going to drop because of what happened, not because there's anything particularly wrong with the company. That's something to keep in mind. It's important to differentiate whether a company is dropping because of the overall market catalyst, or because it's dropping because of bad earnings or bad news. But in this case, it's dropping because of what's happened with over there with Iran. RGTI, and we know the stock market likes to overreact. So RGTI again, this one's a buy under the purple line under 10. Soundhound is a buy under 10. It's under the purple line as well. And maybe we'll see this one back at 6. Not concerned here with this one as well. Let's see. Unless I like, unless we just no, Soundhound is fine. I was gonna be. I was gonna say I'm concerned about it, but no, I'm not. That's another stock that I'm talking. I'll talk about the other stock in a second. Serve Robotics here. This one's a buy under. I would buy it under 8. Last time it came down as low as 4, and then it ran to 14. So this one has, I think, a better share structure than other robotic stocks. So this one can make some pretty volatile moves over the long term. So this one moved up like hundreds of percentages. So wait for like I would say 8 and under. If you want to be greedy, 5 and under. Color stock, yeah, color stock. So many people were excited for the reverse split. Oh my God, reverse split! Woo! It's gonna go to the moon. Well, Iran just took a shit on that. I don't know how else to put it. Iran got bombed. Well, Iran bombed your color stock up, your color stock dreams of it reverse splitting and going to the moon. Instead, it's going to reverse split and just sell off. Because again, there's going to be people who are going to be like, well, why would I buy this during war, or their perception of war, or whatever. Again, no one knows what's going to happen. No one knows. That's why I'm telling you, just be safe. I would not get into and go anywhere where there's going to be a lot of people, for sure. Because I'm pretty sure Iran like made a video saying like, "Hey, he basically told his people that are living here to go and do bad things." Let me put it that way. I don't think we'll get another 9/11. I hope not, but just be safe out there. That's the unfortunate part about war is sometimes the enemy is gonna do things and people are gonna get hurt. I don't think I see any other opportunities here. MSTR should drop to the. Oh yeah, MSTR follows Bitcoin. It's very volatile. As you can see, previously it moved from a low of 230s to 430 for a nice 76% move. So if you want Bitcoin exposure but want bigger percentage moves, MSTR is the way to go. Start buying when it goes under the purple line. So I would start buying it around 330 and under. I think I said that last time as well. ARCB. Same thing, it follows Bitcoin, but it's not as volatile as MSTR, so you're not going to make as much, but you could still make like a decent 30 to 50%. And it's a lot safer because it's an ETF versus MSTR being a Bitcoin treasury garbage. Let me put it that way. Uh, that's just my opinion, though. I know Joey Shaw just heard that and went, "Arr! How dare you? I'm going to shank tomorrow." Oh, yeah, you should shank tomorrow, by the way. If you're watching this, Joey Shaw, you should shank a lot tomorrow. We should see quite the drop. Just short the pops tomorrow if you're watching this, Joey Shaw, on MSTR. I alerted this one in the Discord, and it's up over 100%. But I don't really talk about these low floaters. I keep them for the Discord only. Clover Health, we bought it and then sold it at a small, like, 3-cent loss. Because this one looks like garbage. It didn't really go anywhere. So that one's not a play anymore. Uh, let's see. Anything else? Riot stock. We should see opportunity to buy this one under 8 again. So double down if you're in this. You've already seen that these stocks recover, and you're getting the opportunity to buy them nice and cheap again. So why not? KPRX. We're in this one and we're waiting for the big breakout. We'll see if it happens after. A lot of game plans that we had are kind of going to go down the drain because of what happened. NVTS. Again, because of everything that's happening, I would just wait. This should come back down to like 5s at least. Uranium ETF, we should see a pullback. Anyways, and all these opportunities are gonna be money makers once everything recovers. Mara, we should see that one at 12 and under because that one's very volatile. So we should see that one come back to $10 to $12. All right, guys, that's it. That's it. Just be safe out there and hold that cash for these dip buying opportunities. Actually, no, I was about to leave, but I'm like, I was going to read some comments. on YouTube. Let's see if I can pull it up. Yeah, there's the comments. Let's see, because there were some interesting comments yesterday. especially about color. Let me see what they had to say. What's funny about this is that they tell you in the filings, and if you listen to them, they make their intentions clear. But instead, people buy listening to YouTubers, and they make money. Funny enough, I don't know what this guy's on about. Yeah, they make their intentions clear, aka they're gonna dilute and it's gonna drop. This stock basically ruined my 2025. I went tilt and kept averaging down on the Hopium, SpaceX news, and all that, down like 5 grand. Hard lesson. Some finance content creators kept it following it like shades, and Will Rich, which gave me hope it's not actually a scam, but I kept buying. Also, just wanted to say, holding Bitcoin is not income and revenue. This is supposed to be a business generating company. After all, not a Bitcoin treasury. That's very true. That's very true, and a hard lesson to learn. Stop buying penny stocks and focus on the big boys, even if they cost like $100 or $300. I just showed you MSTR can move 75% on a recovery after a drop. So anyone who tells you you can't make big bucks buying a $300 stock, you can. 75% is 75%. Maybe you're only going to capture a portion of that, so like 30 or 40%, but that's still good. You know, if for some of you are putting like 100K into color stock when you could have just put it into MSTR and you make your 30 to 40%, which is a lot actually, 30 to 40K. Cuz some of you have a lot of money and you gamble it, which is to me is like crazy. If you're going to with that kind of money, you should just be buying Nvidia at that point. I'm the same as you. I am in your boat, Amy Chang and Crystal N. Is that Crystal, the one that used to be in my Discord? I can't tell. Crystal. That name seems familiar. I'm hoping it drops to mid 0.65 area. Well, maybe. After the reverse split, maybe it does drop that low. From 6 to 0.65. Mullen walked so color could run all the way down. If you buy this trash and hold it more than a very short swing, you are crazy. Trash company. I can agree with that. I can agree with that sentiment. I think that there is this Joey Shaw. I think that there are going to be a lot of Bitcoin treasury companies are going to get caught when Bitcoin does dump if they are over leveraged. I love Bitcoin. I think it's a great investment, but they are too small to scale it, in my opinion. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, Joey, Mr. Joey. Yes, it will, but I'm out for now. Smart guy, out for now. He bought. I think you bought. Didn't you buy an MSTR call? One of the worst times to buy an MSTR call, and same for me. One of the worst times to buy an Nvidia call, a leap. I should say a leap. So thankfully we got time on our hands, but well, I got time on my hands. I bought a year out. I don't know. I don't know about your MSTR call. I hope you bought a good time on it on that. But I mean, who could have seen this coming, right? Who could have seen? Yeah, who could have seen this coming? Nobody could have seen this coming. I didn't see it coming. I didn't see this happen. So it is what it is, right? It's people who me like who hodled for 5 years. This is why Sybil will hit $1 in the future. I can agree with that over the course of like 5 to 10 years, for sure. Is it going to happen on this run? It's not looking likely after what just happened. Again, it doesn't. If the masses, if there's enough people that decide to sell because they don't want to be in stocks right now because everything's going to drop and war and all that, and they have that mentality, then we're just going to see a sell off. You win by hodling. I'll hodl as long as you hodl. I'm also down 99% on Ilis. And I'm like, Ilis is dead to me. Yeah, Ilis and AI tanks are kind of just dead. They just died. Sybil's the only one that I believe in now. That Palantir partnership, I think people aren't really they don't understand how important that is. That's huge. That's just a start too. We're gonna get more from Sybil, I'm sure. It's just the beginning there. To even get a partnership with Palantir, that's insane. I agree 100%. I've also bought Sybil low and high. I'm with you on the long haul. Shout out to Brian Barge. We need to get the Palantir contact with Sybil. That way we know the value. I'm holding long term Crystal N. Damn, Crystal N, you're holding Color and Sybil? You might make your money back on Sybil, depending on where you bought. The best one sent to buy right now. Martin E51, Justin R, quadruple 3. We need to get one of these contracts to come through. It closed green and larger channels are starting to cover Sybil. I'm obviously guessing, but I hope it gets to 0.028. Well, again, with what happened today, we might not even get past 2. Because we need to get like huge volume. We need like 600 million in volume. 300 million is not enough. Once that starts to fizzle out, usually means we're going to start climbing lower. because that's just how Sybil is. It pumps huge, and then it slowly bleeds out. That's just how penny stocks are. Period. So we'll see what happens on Monday. Monday's gonna be very interesting. I can't wait. I'm gonna be up and early and just it's gonna be fun. Should be hot again Monday. There was no pullback all day Friday. If we break 2 cents, I'm gonna sell some from of my long term hold. The big announcement I'm hoping for is AI navigation. I'm guessing they started working with Pansy for navigation, and it grew into this manufacturing partnership. Still not many megaphones talking about this. That's why we're getting this slow, steady climb up. What are you, stupid? M2O Reefs, are you stupid? That's why we're getting this slow, steady fire up. This is not slow or steady. It's literally moving at half a penny at a time. There's nothing slow about it. Slow would have been like it moves like it moves up 0.0010 at a time. Slowly stair stepping. This is not stair stepping. This is just booming literally it's booming every day right now. If you think this is slow, you might still be living in 2021. In 2021, things would go 1,000%, and maybe it seems slow compared to that, but this is not 2021. So the fact that it's even moving like this is a miracle. We're not in 2021 where things just. There's still some people that are living in 2021. I've noticed, like they think we're gonna go back to 2021 days and everything's just gonna go to the moon, but nah. This is I wouldn't get too excited. Too many people getting way too excited. With 300 million in volume, nah. Mm-mm. I was hoping for more volume, honestly. 600 million, that would have been fine. 600 million, but we're not getting 600 million volume. We're getting 300, which is less than the last time in 2021 where we got that big run to 6.5 cents. That's why I'm very kind of like, I don't think we're gonna see 6.5 cents. We're just not getting the kind of volume we got back then. Volume's important. If there's no volume or if there's less volume, why would we expect for it to move to a 6.5 cents on less volume? Because the share structure hasn't changed. If the share structure was low float, then I'd be speaking a different tune. But it's not. It's the same share structure as it's always been. So it's just we're not getting the kind of volume we got in 2021 to get that kind of 6.5 cent move. So I would kind of temper my expectations there. Weren't we all dumb ones at one time or another? Yep, that's just how it is with anything. Anything you start doing, you're going to be bad at it until you get good at it through repetition. That's just how it is. And adaptation. I'm hoping the selling pressure can pull it back temporarily so I can buy more shares. Well, you better think Iran. Get on your knees and think Iran because you might get that opportunity. I'm scared of becoming a bag holder again. You can't be scared after that catalyst. I guess if you're only looking to flip it. I'm going to have to wait for the 200 WMA on this one. More conservative play for me. Yeah, that's fine. Wait for it to come down. Yeah, again, some of you might be getting your lucky break here and get a second chance to buy under a penny maybe. Because a penny hasn't held. Penny has not held. Every time it comes down to a penny, it usually breaks down. So you might see it under a penny again. Obviously, the Super Bowls are going to be like, no, we're never going to see a penny again. They said that back at 6.5 cents, and it went to 0011. So I wouldn't listen to those people. How does Sybil go up long term? They're finally making sales and building new products. Aren't they on the right path? Under 1 cent is the top. Eyeless seems fraudulent. Isn't that totally different? AITX is also starting to make sales and finally seems more legit, but way behind. AITX is trash, Eyeless is trash, and Sybil is on the right path. But again, you got to take into account what just happened and also how the market's going to react. Like, if it were up to me, I don't care that Iran got bombed, and let's just send everything higher, but I don't have any control over the stock market. It's the masses that have control. So if the masses decide to sell off, we're just going to see everything take a dump. That's just the reality. We don't move it. One individual person can't move the stock, unfortunately, because we're retail. I'm eager to invest in stock. Oh, I think that's a robot. Oh, yeah, that's a bot. Two born, not two before you. I hope I read that right. Can't disagree with your analysis. However, Sybil is a very different company from 2021. Yeah, but the share structure isn't different. That's the problem. That's the problem. If the share structure was smaller, then I'd be like, hell yeah, we're going to 10 cents. It's the same share structure, but we're getting less volume compared to 2021. If you don't agree with me, if you make a video and be like, hey, Shades, you're wrong. Actually, Sybil's getting more volume now compared to back then. But I checked the volume. Last time we launched, we were getting 600 million in volume, 400 million in volume. We're only getting half that. So yes, the company's better now. Yes, the stock, but the stock is still, it's still got the same share structure. So it's still not gonna. It's gonna. We still need the volume at the end of the day. It's still a penny stock. Palantir just made them more attractive to buy. Maybe not 6.5 cents, but a recent level of 2 cents may be possible. 2 cents for sure. I can agree with that, but not the crazy numbers that people are thinking. 6.5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents, a dollar. Long term, maybe for sure. I can see that, but right now on this catalyst, mm-mm. Then some good news or large order, drone order can trigger the price above 5 cents. Maybe imagine a reverse split or buyback. Yeah, we can imagine a lot of things. Let's see what actually happens though. But I don't like speculating like that. It's either yeah. And anyways, it's barely Sunday, by the way. Anything can happen between now and tomorrow, where the market dumps even lower. Like, don't get too excited just yet. I was like playing video games, and it was like 10 p.m. and I'm like, oh, I just got an alert from Twitter. Oh, looks like Trump's giving an address to the nation. Oh, we bombed Iran. Okay, and then I just stopped playing video games and started checking what everyone else was saying, just seeing what everyone's opinions are on the matter. Thanks for the update, Harry Elite Official. We don't know if Russia is going to attack the USA. I don't think so. I hope not. That would be horrible. Brian E2N. I don't think that would be crazy if Russia attacks us. We don't know the consequences yet. We have to give it a couple days to see, after the dust settles, what's going to happen. Maybe nothing comes of this, and it was just a one-time thing. We bombed Iran, whatever, or something happens, something big. We don't know. We don't know. Len Guyan, I'm 8DM. I'm 8DM. She's 8? And send her a direct message? Is that what that... No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to buy trash. Alert is when you see any good stock to buy. I trust bro the most. This person says bro so much that I'm starting to think they might be my first Gen Alpha subscriber or Gen Z or something. I don't. Gen X does not say bro, I think. Anyways, you'll get alerts. But like I said already, just wait. Right now, it's just wait. Let it come down. Let it come down. The opportunity is in waiting and letting it come down nice and cheap. So, and as I predicted, Iran's going to crash the market. Well, here, Bitcoin's already under 100K and showing no signs of recovery, meaning buyers aren't showing up, which is bad because usually means that the market's going to follow as well. So, yeah. So wait, there's going to be so much opportunity. I love this. Like, let it come down cheap. So shout out to Ellie. I hate that name. It's such a long name. Lengayan. Seb 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 0. What the hell kind of name is that? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Like I was saying, since Trump got into office, we're going to go on a bull run, but we're not in one yet. First, he's handling the tariff situation, then the Iraq war. I don't think this guy knows the difference between Iran and Iraq. Once he's done importing illegal immigrants, I don't think this guy knows what he's. I think this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Importing illegal immigrants, in balancing all the trades, buddy. Seb, you need to learn how to type. You need to spell check yourself, bro. I just said bro. See, Lenguyen, you just got me saying bro. Balancing all the trades, he's going to do the tax cut next quarter. That's when the bull run starts, when Trump starts the tax cut. Okay, so Seb here. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the secret. Anything Seb says or does, you do the opposite. So what he's really trying to say is there's going to be no tax cut and the bull run will not start next quarter. So what he's really saying is you need to buy the dip because there's going to be a bear market. That's what he's saying. Just do the opposite because clearly this guy can't spell. Seriously though, I mean, I'm kind of joking, but also at the same time, Seb, I know you're watching this. Like, bro, at least do a spell check next time you type. I keep saying bro. I gotta stop saying bro. Languyan's got me saying bro now because she or he says bro way too much. What if there's positions open when with profit in there? Jeff Brady. Never know how far the market will crash. If I knew it'd go under my where my average cost are, and I'd sell and buy back later. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, you just saw Bitcoin going under 100K, so we should see riot stock come down cheap. So either get out and wait to get in cheaper, or hold it. It's up to you. Yeah, it's up to you at this point. Yeah, it would suck to sell, then it barely drops, then goes back up. Mostly the riot position I'm thinking about. If it went under 8, then I'd be in the red, but who knows? Other ones I have are Nvidia Mags and Big Bear, which I'd leave alone. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for selling. Honestly, I kind of predicted it too. I think we are going to drop since the storyline is we must attack Iran because bad guy can't have no nuke. So, we're probably going to bomb them. And that was 22 hours ago. Obviously, I ended up being, my intuition ended up being correct on that one. Yeah, and Bitcoin is dropping today. Probably will go under 8. I'm thinking the war is screwing everything up. I wanted to sell at 13 or 14, but I guess that won't happen. Hey, that's just the name of the game. Sometimes you won't get to those target numbers, but it'll get there eventually. This is just going to be another downtrend before we go recover most of it again, and then go to new highs. Again, we're not in a bull run still. I mean, Seb is right about that. We're not in a bull run just yet, unfortunately. So you're just getting another opportunity to double down. Let me put it that way. BBAI, I'm not sure because their defense and seem to be holding up pretty well, but they might no. Everything's going to drop. Everything's going to drop. Everything's going to drop together. War is not good. War, what is it good for? I don't know where I heard that on Seinfeld. I think war, what is it good for? Yeah, it's always a tough call, but better to sleep at night taking the green and then buy back in cheaper. I'm already up 900 on Riot because I took some profit a month ago, then bought back in at 8.40, so average went up. Yeah, if you can get out with a profit and then just buy back in under 8, I mean that's the smart way to go about it. Just don't be greedy. Don't get a big head because some people get a big head. They start. I've noticed a lot of people follow my channel and they start doing really good with their trades and they thank me and all that, but they start getting cocky or they start getting too greedy, and then they end up making mistakes. Because they want more. So Jeff Brady, you're doing fine. You're doing a great job. Honestly, you're doing better than you think for someone who got into the markets this year, I believe. And you're definitely an old man. I can tell by the picture. You're definitely an old person. You look like you're 50 plus and you smoke something. I don't know what you smoke. You look like you smoke. And you put your full name, Jeff Brady. So that's how I know you're old. Like only old people do that. I'm sure some millennials watching this are laughing. They're like, yeah, my dad does that too. I don't know why they do that. Because Shades is not my real name. I wish it was. Hey guys, my name is Shades. Nah. But my real name is, I'm not going to say my real name, sucker. But I think some of you might know. If you've seen me scroll through Amazon that one time, you might know my real name. But yeah. Yeah, Jeff Brady, you're doing a fantastic job. Seb, you're doing a fantastic job too. But man, you got to stop chasing stocks. Seb always chases at like, he chased RGTI at like $14. And I'm like, bro, why did you do that? You made 40% on APLD, and then you use that money to chase RGTI, and now you're down. Now you're now you're stuck holding a bag on it. I don't know. He sometimes his brain just kind of goes weird. He doesn't want to do an interview because he said he's very awkward, and but I want to do an interview with him because I want to see what kind of person we're dealing with here. I don't know if he's a MAGA or not, but I don't care, quite frankly. I just want to interview him. So Seb, if you're watching this, if you want to do an interview, let me know. If anyone wants to do an interview and just tell your side of how it's been going with since you started watching this channel, let me know. I'm open to it. Harry or Brian or I hate that name, Lengayan or Jeff Brady. I already did an interview with one guy, Joey Shaw, and it was fun. It's fun to meet people from different countries, different parts of the world, and they have their own story, how they got started, how they discovered my channel, and how it's been helping them, etc., etc. It's good to hear those stories. Makes me happy because I started from nothing and look where I'm at now. So, all right, that was a much longer video than I expected. that's it for the video. Shout out to all of you guys, and just be ready to buy the dip with some sweet, sweet cash.